being more strong, so yeah, we're looking good, but kind of the big show is like this Wednesday, Friday evening showdown, see what we can do. I think this time it's going to be the first time doing it like this season, so probably going to be slightly down to neutral when you've been fittest, but again, it's just a representation of where you're at the moment. We can obviously individualise things from there in the next block.
Yeah, we are live. Okay, right, we're about 20 minutes late for the, 12 minutes late for the start of the group event, but we're still kind of working. I also need to figure out a way to still have the chat up. Hang on. Right. But for some reason, I'm flying. If anyone knows why, I'd be very keen to hear.
Any idea how to get me into aeroplane?
No, I've just had a trainer drop out, which is ideal. I think right, I think I was trying to dual record there on Wahoo as well, and that's keep the power up. There we go. This has been one technologically stressful evening, as Catherine can confirm. I've got your power meter connected to one. This is going exceptionally well. So you 626 or something?
No idea.
Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. Long turbo trainer to start with. Right, I think we're good now. We're good now. Sorry people, the Wi-Fi connection didn't quite reach out here, and I'm trying to set this up as well. Will, I'm sorry about your dinner. The first start is a long distance memory. Also got Coach on the chat here as well. Although they're now all 15 minutes ahead of me, so when he says, come on, it's going to get really hard right now, I'm probably still going to be chilling. Whole test today in TT position. I don't think Harry has got the worst abuse coming from me. It's Joe Skipper at the minute, isn't it? Fancy the CP testing me tomorrow. I think mine's scheduled for Monday. I think. You still going into the labs, Will, next week? Hopefully the live stream is working alright. It's less cool now you're back on the road. I'm not flying anymore. The helium bike hacks worn off them. That's what happens when you put your Swift weight in as minus 20 kilos. How can I get the live stream up on my phone?
Asking for trouble.
It's probably asking for trouble, yeah. You know, I thought it felt slightly hard, and it turns out my mode isn't working. Right. Yeah, Andy, there is going to be overload, but the tech is just. Right. Made to that same day. There we go. Because I didn't realise I was grinding away at way too hard in intensity. Need some Discord off on now. Right, there we go. I can't kill Discord. Okay, Discord is gone. Just the live chat. Yeah. Oh, that's some weird feedback going on. 50 extra watts for the minute. What's a rat's tail worth then? It's got to be more. A big shout out this evening as well to Catherine for the laptop providing. The path around setting all this up was basically when I tried to run Google Chrome, Swift, the OBS streaming deck. Basically, my computer just shut a brick and didn't do anything. So, Catherine's works laptop is rather snazzy, and at 5:30, we installed all of the programs required to do this. With come on, the rat's tail is definitely the best. Yeah, we installed all the programs that we needed for this, which was extremely stressful with slow download speeds, but here we are, 10-15 minutes late is better than never, I guess. Catherine is also doing the test this evening.
Yeah, I'm starting in 2 minutes, so I don't know what's happening with yours.
Yeah, Catherine's beating me slightly. I'm confused.
It just wasn't doing anything while you weren't looking on it or anything.
Oh, wonderful.
Because it was at 9 minutes when people were doing it.
Okay, I see. Catherine's about to start her round in like a minute 45. I've still got 6.5 minutes left. the Triathlon Dan endorsement deal, I don't really want to go into specifics on that, but let's just call it a life-changing amount of money. And the headband also makes a fantastic choker for your more fashionable triathletes out there. 400 watt FTP. Not about as much chance of happening as racing this year, I think. Oh yeah, no, switch into Catherine's feed. It's a mobile phone, that live stream, so far easier. It's all plugged in. Super easy, just hotkeyed it so I can switch it across anytime. You might not be able to see or hear anything, but it will definitely be working. Can we start bidding on these headbands now? Like it's a limited run of merch. I also don't think this has been shown much yet, but this is the new Fuel Performance Kit, which we are both sporting. Haven't had much airtime as a result of lack of training days and races, but pretty excited to get out and about in this. Well, I hope the internet stays disconnected originally from the garage. Had a look at the power values there as well. I think Chris is quite optimistic that I'm not going to make it past 440 watts. And yeah, I have done this before. I'm trying to remember what I got to last time. Actually, the last time I did it is that video of FTP testing that's on my channel. I can't quite remember. I think it was the same steps as this. And I think I got like 30 seconds into the 440 watts stage. Yeah, by the time you get there, you've kind of done 9 minutes before it, all above 350 watts at like increasing intensity. So it does start to sting by that point. Well, as long as Alfie's watching too, I'm fine with that. Also, the next time we do this, we either need to be in the same location, do it together, or get some sort of joint live stream on. Although I feel like that might be a whole can of worms in terms of technical difficulties, if I could barely do this. The run test in 20 minutes, giving me similar powers previously. Yeah, I'd say like ballpark. The RAM test is arguably a bit easier to do if you're not quite, if you don't have an idea of where you're at, because you're not setting off for the power and either then trying to hold it, build it, whatever. It's probably a bit easier just to push yourself to your limit. But this is also coinciding, well, the testing's like 2 parts. So there's today's RAM test, and then on Monday, there's this 3 and 12-minute power test, which Catherine's looking forward to.
Yeah.
So 3 minutes max and 12 minutes max. And the RAM test, the 3 minutes and the 12 minutes, all of those things together basically give you a really good idea of your kind of physiological profile. And from that, you can work out what training is going to have the biggest effect. I've actually been editing a video this week for my coach, looking into some of the other athletes from Pure Performance, and kind of discussing their testing results from this. They're like polar opposite training they've been doing as a result, but they've both seen great results. So I'm pretty confident in it. I'm sure Will Monday has probably found the same thing. Maybe we'll live stream the critical power test as well. It feels like the logical second act to tonight's ramp test. So Catherine's a minute into the second stage.
Yeah. 150
watts, 144 heart rate. And I'm 40 seconds to go before I start the first stage. Well, you can see it on the screen, can't you? I have to say that 3-minute test is particularly uncomfortable. You haven't done that before, have you?
No.
Oh, it's minging. Yeah, I think the important thing to remember with testing is that you're not doing it to try and get a PB, although that's always an incentive. It's really to make sure that your training is as informed as it possibly can be, so you're not overtraining or undertraining. And if you kind of look at it with that approach, rather than like, I've got to smash a new personal best and get this hard, and when you don't, then I think you don't fear them quite as much, and they're more a tool than a kind of like a race equivalent, I guess. So for context, I guess my current threshold is probably critical power value, just under, probably like 340 odd, somewhere between 340 and 350. So that kind of tells you that after that 350 stage, I'm in kind of, it's a place that you can't exist very long. The death zone, let's call it, like on Everest. And it's kind of how fast you're going to deplete that store of the energy above that point. I forgot about that. Do you want to tell the people watching?
No.
So Catherine's built a version of the test that my coach sent to her in Trainer Road, the app. So you can create custom workouts within it. And what you can also do there is add notes that pop up at certain points in the session. So normally they're like inspiring things like, well done, you're doing amazing, like, smash it. But what have you put in there?
So this shouldn't be hurting. But they get a bit more rude towards the end.
Hopefully the laughter is not going to have an effect on your efforts.
Smaller in here.
Cheers, Gary. Doors open as well. If anyone else struggling with a temperature swing from -6 to 10 degrees? Evening, Meg. Because we kind of found that indoor training is so much harder now. Have fun. Definite type 2 fun. I don't even think it's like it's type 2 fun. Give a look back on the RAM test and go, God, that was actually great.
No.
And Catherine. Gary says hi.
Hi.
I should probably talk slightly less. It's making my heart rate go up. I don't know if you heard at the start, it's the first time I've ever done this in position. So I'm not expecting to get quite as far as I did on my road bike. Nailed the 230. It's like what, a third of a toaster? bets on when the running commentary will stop. It's got to be fairly imminent. How were the pancakes? We actually had Mickey Mouse waffles. Catherine has a Mickey Mouse waffle machine. And I managed to spend 15 quid on toppings, which included a 1 kilo jar of Nutella, which has a bit of a dent in it already. Dan, you're only human. If anyone has any ideas of how to turn a fan on without reaching to turn the fan on, that I can do right now, please let me know. Biscoff spread is the future. Will Monday actually told me of his discovery of Biscoff spread the other day too. Magical stuff. And the crunchy one, you know, crunchy peanut butter is a bit meh. Crunchy Biscoff spread literally just has bits of biscuit broken up in it. It's even better than the smooth one. Mr. Motion himself approving the sock length this evening. Virtual sock length.
What, Mike?
Yeah. Spreads of the world. I'm pretty sure that's a Pornhub category too. I'd be into that. The clickbait would be unreal, wouldn't it? Is anyone else doing a session whilst watching this? Oh, the forearm sweat has begun. How you getting on, Catherine?
Yeah? Fine?
Mike says Galaxy Cookie Crunch, discuss. In the spread version, I haven't tried it. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been too experimental outside of Biscoff and Nutella. Flump was about the, like fluff. It's about as exotic as it got. Andy, I'm not sure what I'm asking. Catherine, why aren't you on your TC bike?
Because it has no saddle, no arm pads, and I hate it. No. Not very comfortable at the minute. Can't ride it, so there's some purchases that need to be made.
Catherine's managed the 210 watt stage. And yeah, Andy, you're not wrong. But subscribers come first. If anyone has any wonderful tips for how to make this hurt less right now, please type those in the comments. You got me there. Oh, welcome to my fans. Catherine's phone just said, "Come on, you chicken nugget."
So I'm the palette you started your ramp test on. How depressing.
That was the meetup I was going to be in. Well, there you have it. What else is digging? Anybody likes explosions? Keep watching. So happy. Gosh, how do you jump out? Ideal. That feels like a very fitting end to shitty technology and are you kidding me?
Just for that, see that.
Jesus Christ. I don't know.
How far into the test were you?
I think I was on 30. Why would that just... literally the story today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is the video still working, anyone? Right, is that live again? Yeah, but I'm headless. How about now? Right. Pull, sec, melt down, and again.
No, that wasn't a tech meltdown. That was you not plugging in the laptop.
Oh my goodness. Right. The laptop died. Meant that everything disconnected from it. Which meant I got about. Basically, the two problems that happened is the internet in our garage isn't great, so I need to resolve that. And the battery died on the laptop with all of those programs working. So I got about. I don't even know if it's still working. Oh, and this keeps going ridiculous.
It's because it's not connected to anything. I just have this problem. You can't use a kicker without it connected to anything.
Right.